Good morning. This video is being recorded January 27th, 2023. Last night, a bit before midnight, my mom, Elizabeth, took her last breath at the age of 63. She just turned 63 on December 3rd of 2022. A few days later, she was diagnosed with lung cancer. And she was began radiation therapy on what was it, the 27th of December. On December 28th, she left this house for her second treatment. She never came home. Like that day, she went into the emergency room because she was just in so much pain. She was at the hospital for a couple of weeks. She was discharged to, like, after she completed her first radiation, her first like six, the standard treatments of radiation, and things were looking good. Things were looking good. She was discharged to go to a nursing rehab facility to help her start getting her strength back. She was only in that facility for a couple of days, for maybe 5 days, if that. And and on the 16th this month, she went back into the emergency room. And things just I went and saw her. I went and saw her that day. I got there after they took her to do a chest MRI. Found out that her left lung collapsed, and she went there for shortness of breath, and her left lung collapsed, and so they had her on oxygen. And early as the days went by, she couldn't swallow, so she couldn't eat. Like I was told that my mom's last meal was a burger and fries. That she had that. It was, I don't know when that was. Like it was the last meal that she had, and she told my Aunt Maria that it was the best hamburger she ever had. So I went up to the hospital, saw her on Monday. Was it Tuesday? I don't remember. It was, and it's like I was almost like in the way. She was up and she was groggy and like slowly waking up when I was there. Like I had to, come home. I had stuff I needed to work on, and like whenever she told me to go home. She told me to go home. Those were my mom's in person. My mom's last words to me for me to go home. It's like my brother told me those were the exact same words that she said to him was to go home. She didn't want to see us. She didn't want us to see her like in that condition. She didn't. yesterday. It was like Wednesday, 2 days ago. There was a consultation. It's like the doctors were basically said it's like put her in the hospice care. It's like to make her as comfortable as possible, and like she was being yesterday. We went up to see her. I'm responsible, but like when the granddaughter, my brother brought his kids up. She just big smile on her face, like knowing that I guess knowing that I was there, my brother's there, his wife was there, their kids were there. Like we were there. They come home and they work on stuff. It's like we did the stream last night. It's like my alarm's going off. And did the stream last night, and we we were, and when I ended the stream like around like 10:30, 10:40, somewhere like that. It was like a short. It was a short stream. Like, and I started working on the blog, written blog for today. Like talking about the visiting mom earlier, and then about the new stuff in Star Trek Online, and what we did also Final Fantasy 14. I was working on that, working on the short stories. Someone requested for me to write them. As I'm working on that short story, like I get a call from my brother at 1 a.m. He called at a little after 12. I had my phone on silent. I didn't turn my phone back on. After putting it on silent, and like he comes in, it's like he said he was coming up the house. He didn't see me right away. It's like I knew, but I didn't want to know. Like I opened the door, he comes in, he just gives me a hug, and I just broke down, man. I literally was like, man, I want my mommy. Went up and saw her last night. Like her just laying there, she looked so peaceful, man. Like just, just it just was like there after we were there for like till 3:30. Like told that so they could take her to the morgue. And I just think my brother is gonna like I can't handle. I'm so, like I don't know how. Got so much to do, things to change over. It's like a happy thought, My mom, mom, during the COVID pandemic, like the early days of it, like mom tells me, because spend more time at home because like a lot of things were shut down, and then she realized, for whatever reason, felt like for her to her to sound like that spring is like was a little bit colder than usual. It was like a little bit chillier, or did she realize that like, she spent so much time, more time in the house than she ever has, and so it's just like she wanted a good blanket for the living room, like she she wanted a good blanket. Like if she sleep upstairs, she take upstairs. If she decided to crash on the couch or the recliner, she just wanted a good blanket. So I went on Amazon just randomly. I just got got her this blanket for Mother's Day. Right? I gave it to her beforehand because it's starting to warm up. So it's like I gave it to her beforehand. I had this blanket. It's like it was her this became her favorite blanket. Like anything else, like okay, she had comforters and other stuff, but this became her favorite blanket. Like, and like she like she said this was the best thing I ever gave her was this blanket. Maybe because she had it was like the words and stuff on it. Cause I just got it picked it at random for her. It's like she wanted a blanket. I just it's like okay, we'll get her. It's like gave it to her. It's like she spent a lot more time like choosing just to sleep on the couch more than anything else. She had like a big queen size bed, but she didn't like it because she didn't like laying on her back or anything. And so it's like she liked the couch because she could lay on the side and she could up flip over or whatever she wanted to do. And so she always had that blanket. And so those times when she chose to sleep on the bed, she took it with her. Then she brought her right back down. Like that's and, it was like this blanket's always going to be here. No one's going to take this blanket. It's like it's my mom's blanket. And there's going to be a near permanent spot for it. Here it says. Mom's always going to be with me. I'll try to update folks on the blog and Twitter and things like that. Like I've already let as much family know as I could. I don't know. Thank you for allowing me just to. It's like the second time, and thank you, thank you, thank you.